we are going to show you something really interesting today. It's going to be a vegetarian eggplant dish. Stay tuned. All right, welcome to another episode of Culture Cooking. My name is Chef Jamal. We are so excited to show you a wonderful meal today. But before we dive into that, we have a special guest here.
My name is Ghaith Sahib. I'm from Middle East. I grew up in Iraq, the capital called Baghdad. I've been in the United States almost 13 years now. And I own two Middle Eastern restaurants called Dar Salam. And I'm really excited to work with you today.
Yeah, we're really pumped. We're really excited to see what you have for us today. I see all of these wonderful spices and ingredients, and it looks, there's not a lot of stuff here, but I'm really excited to see what happens with the flavors and all of that. So let's get started with telling everyone what we have. So today we are making an eggplant stew.
Correct.
So this is a dish that you have in your restaurant and you make at home, right, for your friends and family?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about the dish and the ingredients, and then we can get started?
Sure. Like what you said, it's vegetarian dish. Eggplant is the ingredient is very basic, but the spices will add that make it really powerful taste. You know, so we have eggplant, we have green bell pepper, we have potatoes, and onion, and tomato paste. Plus we have a couple of spices like black pepper, salt, dry mint, turmeric, cumin, curry, and a fresh garlic with pomegranate juice.
Ooh, yeah, so pomegranate juice and mint and curry. Exciting, really flavorful. This place is gonna smell so aromatic and wonderful. I am excited to get started. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so what's the first thing that we need to do?
First we start with the onion.
Okay, let's start with that.
Yeah. Chopped, but it's this kind of size.
And in the meantime, do you want to talk to us about, other dishes in your restaurant that people like, things that you really, really enjoy cooking, maybe outside of the restaurant too?
Sure, yeah. Well, like what I said, we serve Middle Eastern food. We specialize with Iraqi food. So like Middle East is big, more than like 22 countries. We have similar food, but still each country, it does have unique dishes belong to this country.
Absolutely.
So as I grew up in Middle East, we used to eat vegetarian dishes in nature. For example, eggplant stew, potatoes stew, chickpeas stew.
Yeah.
In Iraq, usually with every lunches, growing up, still until now, the culture-wise, every lunches we have to eat rice with some stew.
Oh, yeah.
So many stew up there, like you can make potato stew, beet stew, eggplant, chickpea, different kind of beans. So it's lunches is very important to have rice and some stew.
Okay.
And the option for you if you want to add some meat. So usually the dishes are vegetarian in nature, like this is how we grow up.
Yeah.
But if you want to add meat, still you can. You know.
So meat isn't the first thing.
Exactly.
It's just like an option.
Exactly.
In case you want it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your diet is mainly made up of vegetables.
Correct.
Okay, that's really cool.
Correct.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna do like big chunks here.
Yes, it's a square cut. Yeah, if you can. Yeah.
Like that.
That's perfect.
Oh yeah, great. Get these cut up. And then this is gonna go straight into the pan, or
Exactly, so we have to add some oil in the pan here and make it a little bit...
All right, so we have our pan heating up.
And then for the onion, also can we cut it?
Oh, cut it right in half?
Yeah, in half.
Absolutely. All right, so I'm gonna cut this up, and then you can keep telling me about maybe some other dishes in your restaurant that are super popular.
Yeah, so like I said, we have so many vegetarian dishes and vegan dishes and also meat options. So in Iraq, number one meat, we eat a lot of lamb. So lamb is number one meat in Iraq. And the second meat, chicken, and the third will be fish. So this is what kind of meat as a culture eat. So we have so many vegetarian dishes at the restaurant, vegan dishes, plus meat options.
So our pans are hot now.
Perfect. So we can add the eggplant here.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I hand that to you?
Sure.
And then do you want the onions over here?
Correct.
Oh, sweet. We'll
Thank
trade.
you.
All right, get this in here. So this past, you were talking about pomegranate, and it reminded me of this past Christmas, I decided to cook with some pomegranate juice. I was making a lamb dish, and I was like, I would prefer, is this stirred?
Yeah, please. Yeah, please.
I wanted to experiment using some pomegranate juice, and what happened was it came out like really sour and almost like a little bitter. And I cooked down this like lamb shoulder, no, it was a leg of lamb for about 8 hours in the oven with a bunch of herbs and beautiful, beautiful, I wouldn't say like chicken or vegetable stock or something.
Right.
But what happened at the end, it came out almost too sour for everyone else, so I had to add a bunch of sugar to it.
Yes.
But in my head, I was like, I think this is a flavor profile that should be here if I'm using pomegranate juice. Is that what this dish is going to come out to? Something a little sour?
Exactly. So we will add salt, and so the pomegranate, it does have a sweet and sour taste to it. So when we mix it with the salt, with all the spices, it will give a flavor of like sweet and sour, but without adding any sugar to it.
Okay.
So all Middle Eastern food in general is healthy food.
Okay.
So we use a lot of spices. Like if I give you a chicken breast and tell you cook it without any spices, it's a chicken, it's a chicken.
Yeah, it's nothing.
But how is it make it different? The spices.
Okay. Well, I'm ready for you to show me how to make this.
Perfect.
Super, super tasty with this pomegranate juice.
Thank you.
Okay.
We'll add a little bit on, a little bit more. Because we
oil
have
in
to
there.
sample, yeah.
So we're just kind of like charring this in there.
Exactly.
Getting a little color, starting the
Exactly.
cooking process.
Yes.
And then it's all going to go together in one pot.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So I wait for the onion get a little bit yellowish flavor.
Okay.
And then after that we add tomato paste.
Because we're going to cook that down a little bit.
Exactly. And with water and let it boil.
Okay.
In the meantime, we will cook the eggplant and put it on the side. And then we will cook the potatoes, put it on the side. And then we will saute the bell pepper, do it on the side. And then after we have everything cooked, we will mix the spices. Let it boil for 10 minutes, and we mix all the vegetable with it and let it cook for 2 more 10 minutes.
Okay. Yes. I like this.
Good.
I'm going to keep stirring this up so it doesn't burn.
Yes, please. Yes, thank you. Usually at the restaurant, I have, we fry it, so we add more oil just to make it crispy from the outside. So,
we can turn this up a little bit if you like.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's going to be like a medium high heat right there.
That's good.
All right, guys, I'm showing you potatoes that were prepped at the restaurant already.
Yes.
So we don't want to waste anything, right? So we're just going to use these, but these are just going to be large diced potatoes, and the skin is taken off of these, right?
Yes, some of them, yes. Most of them, yeah.
Okay.
So you have to take the skin off, yes, for sure. And we don't have to use it all, chef, but we can use like maybe
just some
half
of
it, yes.
All right.
Whatever is good one there if you think without the skin on.
So here we go. I'll take these out, and you tell me when.
Yes. I think that should do it.
That's good? All right, awesome.
It just saute the eggplant, it give it a flavor and keep it also, when we mix it with the stew, you will have it taste, because all these juices and the spices and the tomato base go in the eggplant and make it really taste really good.
Okay, so you're keeping it like big and whole.
Exactly.
Just so the flavor comes out, but you still have the size of it, right?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Oh, that looks so good already.
Thank you.
All right, these onions are getting like brown.
Almost,
Almost there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Perfect.
Now the key here is if you want this to get brown, right? Like onions, we don't want to like move it around a lot. We want to let it do its thing for a little bit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, for sure.
Do we need any salt or anything in here?
Yes, we will. So actually, after we add the tomato paste and water, and then we will start slowly adding the spices.
Okay.
Yes.
Now you were saying that at the age of 13 that you were recognizing spices and you knew what was going on when it came to like ginger and turmeric and curry. Now is that from cooking with your parents, cooking at home, or were you just like naturally curious and then just created like these projects for yourself?
Sure. Well, actually, I was naturally curious to start cooking And then in Iraq, we have a small shop just sell spices.
Okay.
So just spices. So you go to the store and buy different spices. So usually at our house, our home, that time we have a bunch of spices. So as a grown-up tasting them, I know what common taste, I know what the curry tastes, I know what this spices taste. So that does help me to get the key to start cooking. And then when I start growing up cooking to friends and family, most of the people I make this thing, Jay, tastes good. What you did different? Did you have recipe? No, I'm not following recipe. I am following the spices in here. And I'm tasting, I taste, for example, when I add salt, I have to be very careful because I'm not follow exactly a recipe. I am growing up seeing my mom how to cook this.
Yeah.
So without any
I don't know what that measurement was, but we're gonna try it out.
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
Yes, I think that is good.
That's good.
Now, yes.
What would you like me to? Oh yeah.
We can add maybe. We'll give you this. It's tomato base. Maybe we can add. Maybe 10 of those.
10 of these?
10, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna do this out loud so I don't.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, so that's gonna be the 1, 2, 9, 10.
Perfect.
All right, great.
Great, thank you.
Put that down there.
Thank you. You're welcome. And we can mix it. Yes, sir. Yes, perfect.
Now we're trying to. Does this cook out the tomato paste, or just kind of gets right? So when I cook I don't know, there's some curries that need tomato paste, and when we add it to the pan, if you don't cook it off, what happens, from my experience, is that you get this really bitter, sometimes tomato flavor that just doesn't go away.
Right.
So I'm always excited when I see people kind of char or cook their tomato paste first and then add everything. That makes me really excited because we're building layers of flavor. Right?
Exactly, yes. Awesome. And now probably we need to have some water.
Water?
Yeah. Maybe a little bit more. That should do it.
All right.
And we stir it
up
together.
Oh yeah, you're getting a real nice color on that eggplant there.
Yeah, it'll be crispy from the outside and then soft from the inside.
Okay. So the eggplant, you said, usually goes in that charcoal grill, or is this just the meats that go in
the
charcoal?
meat. Sorry, yeah. So the meat. So actually, at the restaurant, we cooking kebabs. So kebabs could be chicken, beef, lamb, or vegetable kebabs. So we use in Middle East we use charcoal. This is how the way we cook charcoal, and charcoal it's not just barbecue. Everything. It does have slow cook the meat and make it tender and make it smell good. Even with the vegetables, with my experience when I put charcoal, even sometime in Iraq, we drink black tea a lot. So sometimes when we have the bad, then we put the charcoal and we let it cook slowly. With the coffee too. It does make it, I don't know, it's different.
I feel like it's a lot, there's aroma that goes into that.
Yes.
There's just the nostalgia because it's built into how you guys have done things. I totally get that.
Correct. But at the restaurant, so we are buying a charcoal. It's a grill, but it does have some charcoal in the bottom. So it's actually the same thing.
Okay.
And we use it to cook the meat,
Yeah. Gives a nice little charry flavor. I like that.
Yes.
Okay, so should this come up to a boil? So bring this up a little bit?
Yeah, and let it boil. So tell me about you a little bit, Chef Jamal. What kind of specialize? What kind of foods you growing up?
Yeah, so my family is from Guyana, which is in South America, right? So I've grown up around Caribbean food, right?
Nice. Yeah.
Especially we lived in Brooklyn, New York, which was the hub of Caribbean food at one point.
Oh, wow. I've never been in New York, by the way, but I heard good things about
it. Is a treat. It is a culinary treat for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah. Grew up with people from Jamaica, Trinidad, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, South America, Mexico, everywhere. So on my block, there was just all of these people cooking wonderful, wonderful food. And that inspired me to cook. Because I was also a kid in the kitchen, tasting, trying things, taking notes.
That's awesome.
Which brought me here today.
Yes.
I did a little formal training, but nothing super crazy. And since I was 18, I've been in kitchens washing dishes, taking orders, like all of it, you know?
That's
so
awesome.
yeah, so
That's
it's really
awesome.
fun to hear someone else from, you know, had these roots deep down inside of them from their family's cooking.
It's almost done with
Almost?
the eggplant, yes. And then after that, we saute the potatoes.
Okay.
Yes.
The same way.
The same way, yeah.
Okay.
Same
And we're gonna put that aside here or add it straight to this?
Well, we can put it on the side,
Okay.
let it cool a little bit. And then after we finish the potatoes and saute the pepper too, we mix the spices.
Okay.
And then wait 10 minutes, and then we mix the vegetables. And after that, we wait maybe 10 more minutes,
and
and
then that's
hopefully we'll have the meals
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
So I can, while we're waiting for that to
Sure.
come up temperature, I can cut the bell peppers
yeah,
for
yeah,
us.
please. Yeah, it could be the same size of eggplant. Yeah.
Okay. Now this is one of those dishes, right, that there's like a bunch of different variations on how to make it, right?
Right.
So like you were saying, you could add, you can do less of the garlic, you can do more of the black pepper. Are there any other like spices or ingredients that we can add to this besides protein or besides meat to make this dish a little different?
You can, so for example, I can add zucchini to it.
Ooh, okay.
Broccoli, any vegetable
Any
you
vegetable,
think you think it will goes well with the stew, you will get it. Because sometimes with the vegetables, when you mix some sweet and sour dish, sometimes with vegetables it will be very difficult to add. Some vegetables could be maybe ruin the flavor.
Okay.
And I think this one is
That's
done.
done?
Yeah, we just need.
We can put that right here. Oh, look at that. Yeah, this char that's on the outside here.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Feel like the eggplant one. You could feel like it look like a piece of fat meat. You know?
Yeah, it does. And eggplant has that like really cool ability to like mimic meat. So I understand why this is a whole stew because you won't even miss it. Right.
We just want, my goal always when you talk to people, don't be afraid to cook. It's just not that difficult, just try it. You messed up. I did mess up recipes before. You know, it's okay because it's the only way you learn. You know, I mean, I didn't grow up. I never went to study school for to be a chef. No, just because the experience I have at the restaurant with the health code for 12 years, I started learning more about the cooking, more about the cooling, more about the heat, more about how you can put the temperature for the food. Like all this kind of things I learned from the restaurant does help me a lot. Plus, making food growing up, you know, for myself and friend and family, so that does help me a lot.
Okay.
Like usually sometime if you give me any dish you make, I will taste it. Don't give me the recipe. I will make it very similar. Not exactly the same, but I can make it.
That sounds like a challenge.
Yes.
I'm into it.
I'm into it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might show up at your restaurant one day and just
Awesome.
go, all right, try this. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Potatoes?
Potatoes, yes. There you go. Perfect.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Thank you. So we do the same thing. Yeah.
Just gonna char that up.
Yeah, just a little bit. I would like to add a little bit more oil, and also if you have a bit, I can. Perfect. It just kind of it does help to steam the potatoes, you know, because usually I make it cooked soft from the inside.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we can cover it. Perfect. Thank you. I'm all let it for.
And then this is
Awesome.
doing a little boil thing over here.
Perfect. So we do have the eggplants ready. The potatoes hopefully will be done soon.
Okay.
So in the meantime, we can start adding some spices.
Oh yes, this is my favorite part.
Yes, perfect. And I will let you do the spices.
Oh yeah?
And you will control the spice whatever you want.
Oh really?
And let's see how it tastes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Because I brought extra stuff for everything, you know.
This is exciting. All right, so all of this at once?
Yes, but the salt, because already you can add whatever kind of spices you want, but the salt we add just a little bit.
Okay, so I'll leave that for the end.
Yes,
then.
for the end, yeah.
Okay, so this is the dry mint.
Dry mint.
Right? I'm gonna put, let's see, there's a lot of tomato in there, so I'm gonna put I'm gonna put 3 of these, so.
Beautiful.
There we go.
Perfect.
Black pepper, we already talked about that, so we know.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna do that, right?
Yes.
And then ginger.
This is actually a garlic.
Oh, the garlic.
Fresh garlic always tastes better than powder, in my opinion.
Yes.
You know, yeah.
And then we have our curry.
Yes.
And curry can be a little bitter, right?
Yeah,
so we'll do with that.
yes.
And this is the turmeric.
Turmeric, yes.
Oh, we'll just,
Perfect. Yeah.
and then what was this one again?
This is cumin.
Oh yeah, cumin.
Yeah, cumin is good.
I absolutely love cumin.
I love
cumin.
cumin.
goes on everything.
I
for
know,
me. Eggs,
I know. Yeah.
potatoes,
Oh yeah.
Dump that in
Perfect.
there.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
And then
I am gonna need your help with the pomegranate juice because I told you about my
Yeah, no, for sure. So go ahead and add more. I think that should do it.
Oh, okay. So
And we will taste it. Just maybe have a bit, like we can call it like 1 spoon.
okay.
Yeah, we're making like this dish is to maybe feed 4 people.
4 people?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, so is it okay if I taste this?
So
Or should I wait?
Well, maybe wait a little bit.
Okay.
But I just want to make sure. Did we add salt?
We did not.
Okay, maybe a little bit because yeah, maybe that should do it.
That
and
should
then
do it?
see if later if tasted you maybe wait five more minutes.
Okay.
Taste it and let me know if you need more salt
Okay.
or more pepper. You know, you'll be the judge.
Okay. This is really exciting. Make sure to stir this up a lot. Oh, that just smells. That smells really good. And it looks beautiful too.
Almost done. We're waiting for the potato. So the reason we're boil this dough because you know all this spices mix with the tomato base and water and make it thick. Because the idea is if I put the vegetables, mix everything together, all the vegetables you don't see the vegetables anymore because you know everything gets boiled.
Yeah, this is gonna get like soft and
soft
soggy
and you don't see.
Yeah.
Oh, what is the egg? You know.
Okay,
I
so
mean, it's not bad, but I recommend. So usually what I do, let it boil, and then when I have all my vegetables ready, mix it and wait just for 10 minutes to be
And that's
done.
it.
Yes.
Okay. That's a really great approach.
Thank you. And then Chef Jamal, maybe we add a little bit salt for the potatoes. Yeah, it's just because the potatoes, it's good to have a little bit salt just to make it. The eggplant, not worry about it because everything goes mixed with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
sauce.
curious about that because usually when people cook eggplant, they put salt on it right away to
Yes.
draw out some of that liquid.
It's true.
But you didn't do that.
Right,
You
because-
wanted all of that in there, so
Exactly.
it can happen in here.
Exactly,
Nice.
because with the experience what I had before, when I do has a little bit salt at the potatoes and the eggplant and mix it with the sauce, sometimes when you taste the vegetables become salty.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you say, oh, this is wise because already too much flavor
Yeah.
going on. You know, with all the spices.
That makes
I mean,
sense.
it's a small dish, but think almost we have
Tons of flavor.
type of flavor, you know, and that's something really add onto the flavor. So we don't want, because salt, it could be, you know, chef, it could be risky.
Yeah.
Like if it doesn't matter how your meal is prepared, but if it's too salty,
That's
okay,
it.
just salt.
That's it. Yeah. Then you have to go back and repair it with other things. And we don't want to do that.
No, we don't want to do that. And then maybe we can lower the temperature
Absolutely.
a little bit because it's kind of and stain it just to make sure it's not nothing
Nothing's burning.
burning in the bottom.
Everything's good. Now, does that happen a lot with this dish when the tomatoes are rolling in there? It has an opportunity to burn. Is that something you're looking out for?
Yes. So
Okay.
actually, in the beginning, I will put in high heat just to let boil, and after that, I will
Bring it
let it down because it will be slow cooked.
Okay.
You know. So we are actually, I can say, 70% done from the
70%?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my stomach is 100% ready to try it all.
That's awesome.
Yes. All right. So now we're gonna taste this. Do you want to taste this too?
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you. I'll let you to go ahead first. You did a good job.
That's really tasty. Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you.
Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Chef. You're welcome. You're welcome. What do you
doesn't-
think about the sauce? It tastes good.
It tastes
just right.
It's so balanced. There's
Good.
like nothing. There's no overpowering sourness from the pomegranate. It's not salty. It's not spicy. It's not super rich with like the curry or the cumin.
Good.
They're all just like hanging out in harmony almost. Yeah.
Good. Thank you. And I can't wait to mix all the vegetables with it, and we'll add more flavor to the
Yes.
dish.
And then put that over rice.
Yes.
It's gonna be so tasty.
It'll be good.
Oh yeah, look at that color.
Yes. And then maybe
Turn it down, or is it good?
no, I think it's good. I just almost done with it. Just I want to make sure it's not hard from the inside, the potatoes. Yeah. And honestly, so many ways you can make the potatoes. You can fry deep it with oil. You can roast it at
In the oven.
oven. It just have to be cooked.
Yeah.
And mix it with it.
Okay.
We'll mix it with this dough, you know.
So you wouldn't put the potatoes in here, right? Because we said that it might disintegrate and might like change the flavor of the whole thing.
Exactly. And then with the things, what I learned when, let's say we start with onion and with tomato base, and I mix the vegetables with it. So when the time boiling, it takes about 20 minutes. I found out all the potatoes, you don't see the potatoes anymore because the boil, and the vegetables all disappear. So
no shortcuts here.
Exactly.
Just do it, you know, step by step, and then it's going to come out really good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think the potatoes is done. Do you want me to?
Do you want to try it again?
Try it again. It's soft enough, but
it's soft. It's
a
bit.
little
Oh
bit.
yeah, no, that's good. It's falling apart.
Yeah, and then when we add them, there will be also good. So we can add the rest here. We can add a little bit oil.
I just want to taste this again. Should we cover it?
Yeah, it'd be a good idea.
Okay.
We are almost there, chef.
God, this is.
When people come try to Middle Eastern food, maybe sometimes they see the prices a little bit high, not because we try to charge the customer more, but because everything we start from scratch. Like we are not serving, for example, hamburger, just burger and bun and ketchup, or you know, we're using spices, and those spices expensive. Our meat is a kosher meat, like called halal meat. I don't know if you know. This is not just about religions. We are not talking about halal meat. It's actually animal grow up and eat healthy food.
Yes.
No hormones.
Yes.
And this is the way we get from generation, from Ibrahim until now.
Yeah.
When we cut the meat, we say God's name.
Yes.
God bless these animals, bless our body. And I think, in my opinion, it's not about religions, but also about bless your meal. Like I could be, when I ate this meal, I could be thankful for so many things. Thank you for this meal. You know, the same thing when we raise the animal, make sure it's not hormone. So that's why our meat also is different and tastes different because it's animal grow up, feed very well.
Okay.
You know, like organic meat.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really good to know. And
Thank you.
I think that's good information for everyone at home to know. It's just that you guys take care of your meat and that it's very, very personal for you and you've grown up like that. It's not a new practice that you're putting in to be on par with the trend or what people are falling back into. So that's really good to know, especially when people are looking at, you know, just like a strictly vegetarian dish. Sometimes people have the misconception of like, oh, they're just trying to make a buck, but that's not what's happening here. So I am happy that we are debunking that and letting people know about what that means to you. Right. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Yes,
appreciate
absolutely.
it. I think we are ready for
this guy?
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm just going to jump in here because I am pumped. And you said this needs to go for just a little bit, right?
You know, yeah.
And we're looking for color on it just to kind of get
just
it started?
a little bit crispy, just to give it like it's not raw taste, it just have like saute flavor.
Okay.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Great. Let's get all of these down there. Check this out, make sure it's good. Yes. All right, no burning, so we're good.
Yeah.
So we can say that this kind of like reduced, right? That's what we were going for. We're looking for this to kind of become a concentrate, and it has gotten a lot thicker, right? And I'm assuming that with all of the heat and the spices mixed together, some of those spices probably activated or just activated, right? So I'm going to taste it again to see if there's a change in flavor here.
Maybe we'll have to add maybe more pepper or salt. Please. Go ahead. Yeah. But the first taste, it was good.
It was really good.
Yes. Let's see.
So I would imagine that this is even better. Got a little sweeter.
It's sweeter.
Yeah.
And now, would you want to add more salt or more pepper, or you think you're happy with the flavor so far, personally?
So what I would do is I would add a little bit more salt. I would add more black pepper.
I agree.
and then I would kind of leave it at that.
I agree.
Yeah?
I agree. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Do it. Yeah.
Do you want to wait for the salt or do it?
No, do it. I
Okay.
think it's good timing in now. No, you are absolutely right because I think you need like yes, a little bit more salt,
I'm gonna
pepper. Yeah. In the meantime, I will. You see, chef. So this is just like saute, just like basic,
Oh, yeah,
just
super
kind
simple.
of super simple, you know. And then when we mix all the vegetables, we cover it and let it cook. And then we can taste in final taste in the end because this is how I make food.
Yeah.
I taste step by step.
You have to, because if you miss a step, then it's like it's bland or it's too salty.
Exactly.
We don't want to do that troubleshooting.
Exactly.
We just want to eat, to be honest.
Yeah. Awesome. I think that's good, chef.
This is
We're
good?
done with that. Yeah.
And should we put it right in here?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Oh,
let's do it.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So that's that guy, right? And then all of these.
All of these.
Okay. And leave the temperature where it's at, right?
That's perfect. Yes. Beautiful. And we stir it a
Stir it
little
up.
bit, and
We'll
we
use this.
just kind of all this juices, and spices, and all.
Just gonna be really careful because I don't want to break anything.
Good. Thank you.
And now, cover it up.
Yes.
And we're gonna give it about 10 minutes or so. We're gonna take a little break. We're gonna clean up. We're gonna get our bowls ready to taste. So there we have it. Eggplant stew with a little bit of pomegranate. There's curry, turmeric, some bell peppers, and potatoes. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today and giving us all of this wonderful information and just showing everyone how simple it is to make a dish like this. Your time was very valuable, and I'm so excited to taste this.
My pleasure. It was really nice to work with you, chef.
Yes, as well. Okay, here we go.
What do you think?
This is really, really good.
You got it.
I'm a big stew person,
That's awesome.
and this is very comforting. This is very much so like, this is gonna be on the docket for things to make it home, for
That's
sure.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
thank you for sharing this.
You're
with me.
welcome. You're welcome.
Absolutely.
You're welcome.
There you have it. So we made this really comforting food here with Ghaith. We are more than excited to share this recipe with you so you can make it at home. As you've heard, all of this stuff can be made here in Portland or probably at your local store. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to see more videos like this on cultured cooking. My name is Chef Jamal, and we have our special guest chef, Ghaith. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.